Hello everyone, my name is Ronak and you're watching Vecto Art. So in today's video we will design this awesome looking login form with animations in WPF using the Handy Controls UI framework. So without any further ado, let's get started. Also please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and check out my other videos. So let's start by opening Visual Studio Blend and select WPF app with .NET framework and start creating a project. Give the project a name, and let's leave the rest of the details as is, and finally click on create. Okay, project is loaded. Yeah, so first thing that we'll have to do is go to tools, and there you'll have to go to NuGet package manager and manage NuGet package. In that you'll have to search for handy controls and select the fifth option and click on the project and then click on install. Accept the terms and conditions and it will install the package, and it will also appear in the install tab once it is installed. After it's installed, it will open a readme file which will tell you what you have to do to apply this UI framework to the WPF application. So first thing is we'll have to copy the namespace, and let's open the app.xaml file and paste the namespace there. And then next let's copy the resource dictionary and paste it under resources. Also copy the namespace again and paste it on the uh, main window XAML file. Now let's check the controls. So if you go to controls and if you select all, you will see all these new controls that are added to the application. These controls, the documentation for these controls is available online, and the link to that is in the description. In this video I will also show you how to use that documentation. Now first we'll go to the window and check the allow transparency checkbox so that we can remove the borders and resize the window. Also we'll remove the border, sorry, not the border, the background color. For that you'll have to select the window, go to background and remove the border. Now we'll draw a rectangle on the window, or to say the grid, and change the radius and also remove the stroke. Now next we will draw one more rectangle. So this rectangle will serve as a button. So we will place it over here just like a small badge on top of a window. Okay, let's change the fill to a dark shade of blue. Okay, so that's done. Now let's add an image. Okay, add the image, set the width and height in the properties panel, and also browse the image. Okay, so these image or icons I have downloaded from the Icons 8 uh, website. You can go to the you can also find that link in the description. Those icons which you see there are completely free. Now let's make a copy of the image that I added earlier, and let's change the width and height to 30 and then change the source. Next Let's change it to 40. It looks a bit small. Okay, I think this is good. Now let's add a application name, change the font size and font color and font weight. Okay, now let's change the foreground color to the same color that we have, and yeah, I think this looks good. Let's change it to a lowercase and also change the font size again and also the font color. Okay, let's match the color to the icon that we have. Okay, now let's move on to the next element, that is the email and password and also a small label. Okay, so let's finish this label first. Change the fore color to black and also change the font size. So that's done. Yeah. So next, let's move on to the actual controls that we are going to use from Handy Controls. So the first control will be the text box control. We are going to use the version from the Handy Controls and not the regular WPF text box. So this is a bit customized, so the documentation will help you how to use it. So I have dragged and dropped the text box on the form, and if you see that this text box has a prefix of HC, which means Handy Controls, and this control has a property called info element. And if you go to the documentation of the text box, you will see that you can add this placeholder text as well as the title for the text box. Right now I am adding a title. So if you see, you have a title on top of the text box. Let's remove the text, default text that it has, and change the font size. Yeah, so this is how it looks. If you want a placeholder text, you can also add a placeholder text which will disappear once you start typing. So next we are going to add a password box. This password box is also unique, and this password box has information like to show or hide the password, also to clear the password. So if you go to the documentation of this password box, scroll down, you see that we have the show I button, which will show a small I button, and then the regular title and placeholder properties. So I am adding here again, and I will also add the show I button and clear button options. Let's add the same height for both the controls, and also change the font size. Okay, so that's done. So let's add the other two properties like show clear button and show I button to true. So that's done. Now next, before that, we'll just run the application once and see how it looks. So you can see that we have this I button and the clear button, which works perfectly fine, and this is the above one is the regular text box. So now let's add a button below this. Okay, and let's select the color and darken it and change the fore color to white, increase the font size and the content to sign in. Okay, so we are done with the login form. So let's select all the controls. Before that, let's increase the size of the window because when we run this we saw that the upper button or the badge was getting cropped. So let's move it inside the window so that it does not crop. Okay, so that's done. Okay, let's resize the grid to fit the window. Okay, so that's done. Now we are done with the login form. Now we will move on to designing the sign up form. So let's rearrange some things, and yeah, so let's run the application once again and see it in action. So you see that it is not cropped this time. Okay, let's stop the application. uh, okay, so now let's group all the controls that we have added into one group or a grid. To say, right click and group into a grid and rename it to login. Now next, let's add a rectangle. Let's copy the badge rectangle that we have and paste it on the grid. Increase the size to match the window, and also let's reduce the radius a bit. Okay, yeah. Okay, now all we have to do is start getting the existing items from the login form, like the logo, the application name, and the title, and paste it on the main grid. The sign up form will have only one or two controls extra, which are different from the login form. So we'll mostly make use of the existing controls on the login form. So let's change the forecolor to white. Okay, and let's copy the login to Ookla text block from the login form and paste it on the grid. Now let's change the foreground to white and change the text. This time it will be sign up. Text, and let's resize the text block and place it on top. Now let's move on to adding the uh, text box from the login and pasting it into the grid. So here we'll have to change the foreground color to white so that we can see the title that we have added, and then change some of the details. If you go to the XAML, we'll have to change the title to username, and then copy it. Before that, let's add a placeholder text. So if you go to the text box again, you can take this placeholder text content and paste it there next to the title, and change the text of the placeholder. So once I add this, you will see that in the designer you will get a nice looking placeholder text which will disappear once you start typing. Now we'll make a copy of this existing text box. Go to the XAML and change the username from username to email, and also change the placeholder text. Okay, now go to design and copy the password box from the login and paste it on the grid. Place it below the email and change the foreground color to white, and that's it guys. I think, yeah, now all we have to do is add a button below the uh, below the uh, password box that we have added. You can also add a placeholder to the password box. Okay, that's done. So you can see that we have a placeholder text for the password also. Now finally a button below this. Let's copy it from the login form and paste it on the grid. Let's change the color to white, background color to white, and foreground color to blue. Let's darken the color a little bit, change it to bold, and that's it guys. Now all we have to do is group these controls into a grid again and rename it to sign up. Yeah, we have missed one more thing, that will be the close button. So I'll copy the existing logo that we have or the image and place it on the right hand side. Change the height and width to 50 pixels or 50 points and change the image source. Okay, so we are done. Now let's move on to the animation part, and that will be the storyboard animation. So before that, let's rearrange the grids. So I am moving the sign up grid on top and the login below. So what this will do is make the login form appear on top and sign up will go or go behind the login. Now let's rearrange some things. Make the login form equal to the sign up form in width and height, because it was appearing because we can see, we were able to see the sign up form in the back. So we were just want to hide this, so we are increasing the size of the login. Okay, so we are done. Now we'll just move this in place, minor adjustments to the design. Yeah, so that's done. So now all we have to do is animate the UI. Before that, let's copy the rectangle that we have of the sign up form and paste it on the grid and change the visibility to hidden. Also similarly, copy the badge rectangle and paste it on the grid and also change the visibility of that badge to hidden. So we have copied two rectangles, and now let's start adding a storyboard. And on the first keyframe, add a empty keyframe for all the elements. Now on the second keyframe, make the bigger rectangle, sorry, the smaller rectangle visible, for which is on which has appeared on the top of the badge. And now on the last keyframe, start increasing the size of the rectangle that we have added. Okay, and on the next keyframe, in next immediate keyframe, hide the added rectangle and make the login grid hidden and sign up grid visible. Make this login hidden, and by doing so we'll automatically the sign up grid will be visible because it was in the background. I'm adding one more keyframe before the before hiding it, so that we can see the transition of the rectangle. Now if you see, there is a smooth transition. So the first animation is done. So when you click on the badge icon, we are getting the sign up UI, and on the second storyboard we are going to do the reverse animation. So for that, you will have to add a keyframe for the sign up, empty keyframe for the sign up, and login. First keyframe will be we will be changing the visibility in the first keyframe to hidden, and the other two rectangles will have an empty keyframe. So on the second keyframe, we are going to change the size of the rectangle back to the small badge size, and we are going to make the sign up grid hidden on the second keyframe, and on the last keyframe we are going to make the login grid visible. If it is difficult to understand, you can slow down the video and see and copy my actions. And on the last keyframe, we are going to hide the small rectangle. So now when you run this, we have this hiding of the sign up UI and making the login UI visible. So now we have to add the triggers. So on click of the hamburger menu icon, we are going to trigger the storyboard 1, and I'm adding one more trigger which will be triggered on click of image 2. Sorry, image 1. So image 2 will trigger the storyboard 1, and image 1 will trigger the storyboard 2. So if you run the application now, you get this animation, and when you close, it goes back. So all we have to do is set the startup location of the window to center. Hope you all liked watching this video. If you do, please do subscribe to my channel, and also if you want the source code, it is available. The link is in the description. You can go to GitHub and download the source code. Thank you guys.